Welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Wednesdays. Andrew O'Reilly, Kyle Schrader. We're here to talk about interest rates, which, like my hair, have grown a lot in the past few months.
Yeah, so it's really affecting the market today is the interest rates. And I don't think everybody realized how much it really means. So
Huge.
That's kind of what we are here today to really put in perspective of what the interest rates mean for this market.
Right. And to do so, to kind of illustrate that, we're just going to take three home buying scenarios at three price points and kind of run through what those were in 2021 when interest rates were low and what they are now with high interest rates across the
And what it might mean for the market and where we think it may go.
Yeah. So we're going to start with a $300,000 home. We're going to put 5% down, which would give us a $285,000 loan.
So really what we did is a 2.5 interest rate for 2021, and roughly we're doing a 7% right now, obviously give or take. Taxes and insurance are going to be the same for both scenarios, $400 a month. And then we have a PMI on this loan because it's 5% down of 89.32, which is going to stay the same. So our principal and interest here are going to be 1,126 and 9. And then our for 2022, it's 1896.11. So our total here is 615.41 compared to 2022, 2,385 and 95 cents. So huge difference.
Yeah, the difference between these is $770 plus a little bit of change. But you see the point. What was very affordable in 2021 is now kind of affordable.
Yeah, so
it's a huge increase.
You almost have a car payment now of extra interest alone.
Just tacked on to your, and nothing else has changed.
Yeah.
So moving up the ladder, $500,000 at 5% down gives you a $475,000 loan, and same again.
So we're going to run the same interest rates here, 2021, 2022. Our taxes and insurance are going to be roughly $625 a month, and our PMI is going to be $148.86. So our principal and interest payment is going to be $1,876.82 for 2021 and $3,160 for 2022. So we leave that for a total payment of $2,650, and for 2022 it's up to $3,934. Difference of $1,284.
Huge, absolutely, like staggering. So again, here we go, moving up. $1 million home, 20% down, gives you an $800,000 loan.
You get rid of PMI.
No PMI though, so you're gonna save a little bit anyway.
So obviously tax and insurance are gonna go up. So we did $1,250 a month for both scenarios. And then our principal and interest now for 2021 is $3,160, and it jumps all the way to $5,322 for the interest rates today. So our total payment now is $4,410 for 2021 and $6,572 for 2022. Difference of
it's huge. Two grand.
$2,000.
So you're talking about, that's a mortgage payment.
That's
small home.
That's a second house mortgage payment.
Exactly.
That could be an investment for you.
Yeah.
It is now all going to interest alone.
Right. So what does that mean for the market now?
I think number one is obviously your buying power is way down. So before you're at a $300,000 loan, if this is your price point, you can afford $1,600 a month. You can't afford this house anymore because $770 more it costs you to own this house. So if you're a buyer right now, you need to make sure you talk to your lender on a constant basis, because if the interest rates keep going up, your buying power, what you can afford, is going down.
Right. You're essentially going to be getting less house for more money. So if you need to buy right now, and need is, what you make of it, but just know that going into this market, if you're looking to buy a home, you're getting less for more. It's just the way it is when interest rates go up.
So yeah, if you're a first-time home buyer right now, like the rental market has exploded just as much really as your interest rate. So it still may make sense for you to buy right now, but you just have to know your buying power is a little bit less.
Right. And as you move up the pricing, as you move up price points on houses, your buying power gets even smaller. Because for a $1 million home, that amount,
You have a mortgage payment
Huge,
more,
yeah,
just in interest rates.
Right.
So really what we think this might mean is inventory-wise, we don't think it's going to improve because there's so many people out there that refied or bought around the 2.5, 3% interest rate. And so if they're looking or maybe thinking about selling, they're in their head have to realize like their new house, their upgrade, their expansion, or for whatever reason is now going to be at a much higher rate. So they have to consider like, why would you sell?
right, yeah. Which if you're leaving a 2.5% interest rate to go into a 7% interest rate, not many people are going to want to do that. I mean, you can sell here, and you buy here. So that's a tough kind of pill to swallow if you're listing a house.
Yeah, so really like the constant thing is everybody's like, it's a great time to buy, a great time to sell. Really, right now, it's got to be individual for you. Like,
Right.
if you need to expand your home for whatever reason, you really have to run the numbers on what that's going to cost. And it may mean an addition is right for you right now,
Right.
instead of a full-on sale. And if you're buying, again, you really have to understand what that means. Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell?
We keep hearing from across the internet, oh, it's still a good time to buy, it's still a good time to sell. What it's a good time for is smart decisions. So it's not really a great time to buy, and it's not really a great time to sell either. But if you adjust your thinking to your particular situation and plan accordingly and make smart moves, then you'll be okay.
Yeah, like the market's still up. Like, so if you are selling, but the problem is if you're buying another house, that's what we really
Right.
want to say. Like, is it a good time to sell? Depends if you're buying another house, because you're selling at a lower interest rate potentially and buying at a higher one. So if you have a second house, a third house, it's still great. It's still, the market's up. So it's
Right.
still a good time to sell those. But it really, that's why we're saying it comes down to your scenario. So if you have an estate, you're selling a loved one's house, like the market's still great for that. However, it depends what you're doing and what your goal is.
Right. And again, these are just our opinions on what the market is doing and what it's going to do. But
yeah, that's kind of where our thoughts, we keep thinking it is the market. We're not sure if it's going to tank is because supply and demand.
Just to wrap things up, rates are going up. It's going to be a more challenging market to navigate as a buyer or a seller. So make smart decisions, think about your needs and goals, and address them accordingly.
Yeah, before you buy, before you sell, really know what your scenario is going to be. So if you're going to upgrade your house, you got to really understand like what your next sale is going to be. If you're a first-time home buyer, compare it to the local rents, because it still may be a smart decision to buy. Just know also you can always refinance the house as well. So if you're buying at a higher interest rate, when the rates drop back down, you can refinance, which can help you as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for us today.
Yeah.
Till next week.
Till next week, like, subscribe. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, of course, YouTube. That's where we are now. But yeah.
And again, ask us any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
The haircut joke was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
If it's going to tank is because supply and demand.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I keep trying to go. I'm like nodding. Look over there.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Should be fine, right?
Yeah.
All right.